Okay. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome. How is everybody this day? Jack and Ricky and LD, Andrew, Redacted, thanks for becoming a member. Hey Bill, hey Brian, Andrew, RS Mix. What else do we have? Tuxedo. The first in a while of standalone kind of, not standalone, but weekday streams. Hey DJ. Hey Delvin. Stefan or Steven. Hey Pex Peppers and Macboy and Fixter Jake. Do we have any new names here? We have a few. A few that I don't necessarily recognize anyway. Hey Laura. Design Lab, Arctic, Evidence. How is everybody? Scott. What day is this? Well, I spent half of today thinking it was Monday. So, looking at the wrong calendar at work. It's 1 a.m. in the UK. I appreciate anyone in a unfriendly to this time zone that is here. I appreciate it. Hey Mario. Hey Truggy. Hey Grant. Daniel. Jokernut. Little Brat. Awesome. So the intent of these weeknight evening streams is to just kind of do other projects. And the first of these is this Prusa Mark IV upgrade. And this came about because Pooch was talking to me about updating his farm. And we wanted to try do the parts in ASA. And I figured it's a printer that I can build and upgrade and not have to keep and not have to find a spot for. So this is where we are. So big thanks to Pooch for providing this. It'll be done. It'll go away back to him and be useful in his endeavors. So we are going to get fairly well into it because these are going to be shorter streams. These should be about 2 hours long on the weeknights. I want to make them easier to consume in the VOD and also be a little respectful of the evening hours. I mean, we will approach kind of later in the evening for a weeknight, even in the US on the East Coast. So it's Wednesday. It is for many of you, I know. Hey Nathan. Good morning there. Tuxedo, the name of 3D, the new model workshop. One of these days he's gonna wake up at the same time and you'll worry that something's wrong. Hey Great White. Hey Maple Leaf Makers. Welcome. Hey Poity. Renee. What else do we have? This is the full Mark IV upgrade. The one that's hard to justify as being worth it. Kay Sipple and Chris and Steve and Joseph. This is what I wore to work today. I had time to change, but I didn't. It's fine. I don't need to dirty up more clothes. This time, this is good. Australian audience. Maybe I'll get a few new Aussie members. Hey, Star Rose. RS Makes. What else do we have? Mike. Okay, so let's get started. We have parts. So we have a Prusa Mark IIIs from Pooch's farm. It has a few mods to it. And one of those mods is going to get in the way of the build. We'll have to work around it, particularly the X rail or rods are too long. So I'm going to have to cut those down, and I'll probably do that between streams. The reason it has that is it has a mod. It has the mutant toolhead, quick change toolhead on here. And part of that was widening the whole X assembly so that no firmware changes were needed for that. So, yeah. Gotta be some kind of record. No Star Wars merch today. I know. Hey, Evil. Hey, Cash 3D. Hey, Cookie. I have a Phoenix. It's not finished, but I have a Phoenix. Before and after print. No, I don't have the ability to print with this printer. I don't have a tool head for it. So, yeah. Not wearing the Force to work, yeah. Go back to work in 5 hours. But we'll only be here for 2 hours. Is Pooch in the house? I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up. Once had a glass door, it didn't survive either. No, that's Clayton. That's that's Uncle Jesse. Hey, Kevin. Arizona Moose, AZ Moose. Yeah. Be interested to see if the upgrade path for Prusa is worthwhile or not. So this is going to be very similar to, I'm pretty sure this is going to be very similar to the 3.9 upgrade. The big difference is, and I'm probably missing something, the biggest difference is the steppers. The X and Y steppers don't change on the 3.9. They do on the 4. Hey, James. I upgraded my MU2 to MU3, but balked at the MK3 upgrade price. Yeah. The V0 build has begun. Nice. So we have a Mark III. We have the full Mark IV upgrade. We look at Prusa's site. There's the typical great Prusa documentation we'll follow along with. What's the most expensive part of sourcing a Phoenix? That's a good question. I actually don't know. I'd have to go back and look. So, yeah, the biggest bang for your buck, Chris, is the next extruder on here, I believe. If we look at the guide here, but we can also look at their site. We can look at what the options are on upgrades. So if we look at, we can go 3S to 3.5, which does the new controller board, the 32-bit controller board and LCD, and what else? The next extruder is not included to the 3.5. So this is kind of controller and LCD upgrade. And then if we go back to, we got 3.9. There's an in-between, isn't there? Let me go back to the last page. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I screwed myself all up. Prusa3d.com. You reuse the bed in all the setups. In terms of glass doors versus YouTubers, the score is 1-1. Uncle Jesse, even the score some months after Nero took a bamboo glass door to the head. Yeah. Just a 3.5, 3.9, and 4. Okay. So if I go back here, there's the MK3s to 3.9, and this one includes an extruder. Contains everything for the Mark IV except for the XYZ motors, and the next extruder is included. So, and then if you go all the way to the Mark IV, it's everything. And that's what we'll be doing, but it's a basically the same process on the 3.9. Hey, Kevin. So, we go over here now. The introduction is just going to be kind of how Prusa documentation works, what tools, what to look for in this document, how to read the different call outs. So I'm just going to skim through here. Ooh, are we going to have Haribos in here? Am I going to have some gummies to go through? I hope so. Hey, Yardmole. Hey, Bryce. Hey, Ken. So let's go ahead and open this up. I think I'm going to start with opening up the box and seeing what's in here, because if there's gummies, I'm on. Hey, Doom. They don't sell an extruder by itself. Not yet, but there's been some comments. I have no idea, but I've seen some comments. Joe asking about whether it would be well received to be available separately on Twitter. I had a 3.9 on order, but it turned into a V0.2. Not a bad choice. So let's find out. Let's go through the basic. Aha. There we go. Okay, that can go over there. We've got thank you for purchasing the original Prusa Mark IV. It's the full Mark IV document. I just emptied a bag of Albanese. I'm prepared. Nice. There's an USB card. USB flash drive, I mean. Put that off to the side. We have the usual 3D printing handbook. And what are these? Oh yeah, because the Mark IV has all the labels and stuff on like the neck extruder and things, they include the ability to put those on printed parts, which is kind of neat. And there is a serial number tag here, and safety thing. So, 180 people here already. Very nice. We are doing a Polymaker filament giveaway. So I will do that at the 2-hour mark, which should be about the end of stream. Like I said, I'm expecting to limit these streams to about 2 hours. So I still have time to do something. So it's easier to consume in the VODs, and it's still a reasonable time for some parts of the world. Haribo is German for too hard to eat. Hey, Biney. Hey, Isaiah. I like the chewiness of them, but I also like the Albanese that are a little softer. Rice, it is 5 p.m. right now, a little after 5, almost a quarter after 5. Okay, so we have a motor kit. And let's just take a glance and see what, oh, the Z steppers are in there. All the motors are in there. Our neck extruder motor. And lead screw nuts, and an extra one, it looks like. Still got some of the $2,500 gummy bears after 2 months. Quite a few in that tub. Oh, yeah, that's a big tub of gummies. There are, oh, they're two. These are for the Z rods because they're 10 millimeters. I was gonna say, are there rods for the X? Nope. These are for the Z, because that's a change from the Mark III to the Mark IV is 10 millimeter Z rods. Hey, Lewis. Little late show. It's a good time for me. Here it's 1 a.m. Go to work at 3 and get up at 1 a.m. Ouch. Okay, so we have an upgrade box 1, which has things in it. I'm not gonna open these up because I know the first process here is going to be unbuilding the Mark III. So, but things like an extruder box, that kind of thing are going to be in here. I just don't want to create a big mess because I don't know how far we're going to get tonight, and I don't want to have to clean it up in between. Yeah, it's a great time here. Right after work. Then upgrade box 2 of 2 has, looks like it does have the metal enclosure for the electronics, and it's like that's the display. What else do we have here? Tools. And a roll of Prusament orange, or Prusa orange PET G. I don't think this would be qualified as Prusament, right? Is it actually Prusament that they roll onto a small spool, or are they still using the other supplier? I don't know. Does the upgrade require printing many parts? It does require printing parts. And I'm pretty sure I printed them all. And I'm pretty sure this is all of them except the display. I didn't finish the display. But I knew I wasn't going to need that today. I was hoping someone would show this upgrade. I paid for the 3.5 and got the free upgrade to the 3.9. Nice. Nice. Have there been other streams on this upgrade? I'm sure there have. It is Prusament? Okay. It's just on a small spool. On a sample spool, basically. That's a 200 gram sample, it looks like. So these are all printed in Prusament Galaxy Black ASA. Pooch provided a roll of that for me to use to print all the parts. They turned out really good. We can get a little view here, even get into the bad lighting. Try to get some bad lighting here. They turned out really good. I printed these on my blue, the blue and Lulzbot green and gray V2. Printed all of these. Get some bad lighting shots there. I'm really pleased with how, and then the details. Hey Chris, yep, it's a Keychron K1 SE keyboard. You're not sticking with the Prusa orange print colors. No, Pooch wanted this to be blacked out. All dark. It's murdered out. Small spool of black. There's also, oh, it might be in the other box. I didn't open that one up much. Everyone like the smash button. Yeah, 200. Wow, 200 people here for an evening. 84 likes now. 400 gram sample is easier for the upgrade kit versus a 1 kilogram, less space and cost. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Latian. Did you finish the switch wire in the back? No, that's the Sunday stream series. So switch wire here is on Sundays, and we'll continue that this Sunday. I made my VT Trident from that ASA. Nice. This printed great. Don't tell Pooch, but I actually haven't opened the roll that he gave me, and I used the roll I already had. But don't tell him. From the upgrade page, printed parts are not included. Please print them. Yep, these are not included. Even Pet G versions are not included in the upgrade. You put the square nuts in there and the Y holder, you want to use something to make sure they don't fall out. Yeah, so the idea on this build is if we run into a problem because I printed these in ASA, we'll deal with it. But that's kind of identifying those problems. Did you compensate? I did not. I did not compensate for shrinkage at all. I have built at least 3 Prusa Mark 3s with all ABS parts with 0 shrinkage compensation, and they all print fine. Hey, Martin G. What size did you print the parts at? 100%. Anyone know of a neon blue that's close to the blue that is used in the game Portal? Looking for an ABS in that color. I don't. I'd have to look at Portal again, though, too. Hey, Turtle. I printed a Mark 4 kit with parts with Polymaker ASA without scaling, and it was fine. And just a little bit of cheating. I didn't know, but Pooch has been building others of these and using the same filament. He's had luck with building this with 100% scaling as well, and not having trouble. So I don't expect any trouble, but if we do run into something, then we'll adjust on the fly. So, okay. So yeah, these are the parts. I think they printed absolutely fabulously. No, I mean, everything, all the, try to get some bad lighting shots though. Welcome, Daniel. Hey, Jack Black said earlier that it was his birthday. Is it actually your birthday? If it's your birthday, let's say happy birthday, Jack. I forgot about that. It is Galaxy Black ASA. Yep. So happy birthday, Jack. See, I read things and I try to remember. It just takes me a little bit for it to cycle back into the train of thought. Oh, shoot. I did forget to post it in Discord. I posted it to Twitter and I forgot. Shoot. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I can't miss this. There we go. Sorry for the pings, everybody. Is it Goga Pop Georgie Ski? Your birthday too? Happy birthday. Let's see. I started printing Trident parts in Galaxy Blue ASA last night. Loving the color a ton. Nice. Twitter, what's that? I know. Well, it's Twitter, whatever. Can you read what's written on the front of the red stripe on the Haribo in German? It's not in German. It's not in German. I can read it. Kids and grown-ups love it. So, the happy world of Haribo. Okay, let's get into, we have a printer here. We need to get moving, otherwise this will never get done. Just told you live. Turn the button to direct by flipping the connector. Awesome. Yeah. the label is in, but not the rest. My German is perfect, exactly. Okay, here's the printer. I actually should be starting here. Parts check. So this is just making sure we have all the parts and inspecting the printer. I'm gonna hope that Pooch gave me a solid foundation here, and we'll go on to the next step. Hey Chris, welcome. Time that we can join live in Australia. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, it's inconvenient for a lot of people, but it's convenient for some as well. So that's good. Printer disassembly. We are going to start with opening the electronics box, apparently. Figure out where I put all my, didn't put all my tools away, apparently. Ooh, what did I? Zork. So we're gonna pull out the electronics box and disconnect all of the cables. Okay, that's easy enough. I mean, not like I need instructions, but I kind of want to follow along with them. Hey, Herrenberg. Love that they call it the requirement of the gummy bear. Oh yeah. That's kind of been a Prusa thing. Let's do probably this. There we go. Just gonna cut things like zip ties holding ribbon cables and pull the ribbon cables, all this stuff. It's perfect stream while suffering with calculus. You didn't put your tools away, but your phone is out of the pocket. My phone is out of the pocket, but I was doing something. This is the problem with the two shops thing. I've got some of my tools I think are in the other garage. But whatever. I've got some duplicates. So, hey Dave. Hey Joe. Hey Brent. Good old Mark 3S. I have one that need to tear down, do some maintenance, and put on Facebook to sell. Yeah. Is that wiring going just over the top bar? It is. It is. But this printer is not stock. There is a, I think, what is this? The Wham Bam Mutant toolhead mod. And so there's things like it widens the printer because the carriage is wider. And then it looks like the wiring comes in from the top instead of coming out the back like stock. So it's different, but this will all get, there should be replacements in the box for all of this stuff. So it's just getting in here and pulling all these tabs, and the Prusa uses, the Mark III uses Molex SL connectors. Am I right on that? I think they're SL series. They have a little tab that you have to press in to unplug them, which is nice because it locks all the connectors in place. Might be better off just kind of getting in here with a screwdriver and pulling these. Probably use a little more light in there, but what do you use as a basement so you can have tools there too? I would love a basement. That would mean more shop space. A great little work along too. I'm going to tear my Prusa Mark III to ship to my brother to start him off. Nice. Most used tabs are a few down. Yeah, the little the plug here goes into this orange thing for the filament sensor. Is that what that is? That's just a DuPont or similar connector. Giving other longitudes a chance to watch live is a good thing. Absolutely. It's still tough because I've built so many people into the audience, but I just don't have time otherwise. This is the only time slot, so I think it'll be fine. I can't actually see where the tab is, so I'm just kind of poking. There we go. There, that's off. Tool head's off. These have a zip tie bundling them. Hey, Bamtech. Hey, Zombie. It's about time. I mean, you haven't watched my streams all year, and you're just now showing up. What is up with that? Only for Danny, I'll take multiple Wednesdays off. Yes. I can do that for that, but I can't do that on a regular basis. How often are you thinking of doing weekday streams? Every other week? Right now, it is not necessary. I will not have too much of a problem with skipping a week if I want to. But right now I have plans for this build series will be every Tuesday until it's done, unless there's something that comes up. But the intent is to do this every Tuesday until it's done. I will, if I have everything prepped for the next thing to do on a Tuesday, I will be doing that. The intent is to just do these every Tuesday, but I will be much more okay with skipping one if I need to, for whatever reason. I haven't seen KB3D stream all year either. I know. A bunch of slackers. Hey, are you kidding's nephew? What's your opinion on the Mantis CB1 combo? Looking at the E3 EZ as my E3 is having a weird stop mid-print with no visible error. I don't know. I'm not going to say, assuming that that's the problem and you actually need to replace a controller. It's workable. It's usable. I mean, it's a fine controller. If you look at my Mercury 1 build, I think I used the E3 EZ in the Mercury 1, and it works fine. So it's a fine combo. Bamtech. This is Polymake or Prusament. Starts with the P, and I'm reading the screen. It is Prusament Galaxy Black ASA. Does the upgrade kit come with new electronics box? Yep. It comes with the metal electronics box. Squeeze in here. What do you do for a living? I manage an IT service and support group for the state of California. I have been in my current location for the last over 23 years. At the end of this month, I'll have hit 25 years total. Trying to do this without just being right in the way. Okay, all of that is off. And I think we can get in here. Where are those screws for the, there's one here. Got my attention. Do you use service? We do use service now. We do. Thanks, because we're more or less same age, and I'm impressed how you find time to do this. Okay, there's the old board and fasteners for it coming out. Well, I'll end up. Oh, I need to print a hex tray. Okay, that's for next stream. This is my funny looking Voron. Yes, chill. Chat is much more manageable at night. Is it? Is that my face? No, my place isn't paid off. I've been here for a good while though. I've been in this house since 2007. Are they looking for a ServiceNow architect by any chance? Just keep an eye out for the at the job bulletin. Are you in California? The New Model Workshop, are you in California? And just as a, I mean, regardless, as an FYI, we don't have 100% telework policy. Pull the door off. Oop, drop the screwdriver. Yeah. Okay, so those parts out of the way. Let me get back to here. So, INZ board gone. Service now, more like service later. Hey, Neo Sniper. The Corsair. Oh, that's right. my streaming PC. Okay, where are we at? So, disconnecting cables, get all that done, remove the INZ board, pull the door. Oh, and now we're gonna go on to the heat bed. I'm a librarian and spend half my time doing IT work. Set this out to the side, and so these I'm going to want to make sure I keep the fasteners for, because I'm not sure that the kit will come with. I'm not sure, so I don't want to have to hunt for them later. So this is the, I know, do I have a hex tray I can grab? Yes, yes, I do. Good call. This will be a stand-in. It's, that's not, that's not Galaxy Black anyway. Whoa, what's going on? Oh. Let's see here. 250 people. Nice. The kit comes with the fasteners. Even the spacers. It comes with the spacers too. It's supposed to be in the office one day a week, but no one gets in because the head office is in Toronto. Tabs are good. They are a pain. Are we talking about ServiceNow still? Squirrel Brain, make a Core XY mod for this printer. I met Squirrel Brain in person in the UK, and it was awesome to put a face to a name. Okay, so that's out. Now we are going to be removing the thermistor here according to the instructions. I peeked ahead. So let me get all these spacers off of here. Even if we have new ones, these are nice to have. So let's put that aside. start embossing the project name on the bottom of the tray and see how many you end up with on an annual stream, like a massive recap. Well, I've been collecting them and taking them. I took a bunch to the UK to Smurf, and I didn't do a good enough job promoting that I had those, I think, because I only gave 2 away. So I will be taking a bunch more to Rocky Mountain Rep Festival this year. Hey, D. Norris. We did just build this bed on Sunday. This is right. I didn't spot you at Smurf? Oh. Too many hex trays, but they're all full. It's an issue. We could have compared beards. Let's see. Okay. So I think in here, after moving the heat bed, there are 9 attached spacers. Watch out, they tend to fall off. You have to remove them. Count them all to be sure. Oh, okay. You will no longer need these parts for the upgrades. We are more concerned that this small part is not found later by your child or your dog and no injury occurs. So that's good. That's considerate. We recommend placing the heat bed temporarily on a piece of cloth or other soft pad. I've got a nice clean table here. The surface of this looks reasonable. There's a little scratch here, but doesn't seem to be through everything. Then I thought it said, I think it might be a later step then. So I'll just set this aside. We will move on. Place the printer on the side, focus on the left Z-axis motor, cut the zip ties. Just kind of removing the wiring. And removing the screen. Okay. Hey, Josh. Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Isn't gonna make it to Smart or Rocky Mountain. You would have looked in a picture with you and me like you looked in the picture with Yuri if I was there? In which direction? Would you be up here or down here? Hey, PF Dennis, welcome. I kind of doubt we use any of this wiring. I'm guessing everything comes in, the full wiring harness comes in the new setup. Not that tall as Yuri, but taller than me. Okay. Well, that's not too hard. I'm only 5'10". Hey, Shammy. Welcome. Okay. I think these off the display. These are all twisted up inside the, there we are. Doing book work for the end of the year. That is not fun. I do not envy you that task. The gang's here. Okay, so that we won't need anymore. My other ball end is the short one, and that's in the other garage, so I'll just use the long boy here. This is going to shift when let's do that. Frame, 6 bearings and 4 rods are all that get reused. I think everything else, even the fabric sleeves, are included. I hope the fabric sleeves are included because, well, I got the one for the bed and the X cable, but not for the carriage. that is one of the biggest reasons that I don't like to do my hobby as a business is taxes. I wouldn't want to sell anything. I would not want to sell anything. It's bad enough to have some income to have to try to write off, but oh, we got square nuts falling out. It's fine. Okay, so we obviously won't be reusing the display. It's seen some things though. It's been around a while. It's got some oxidation on it. Okay. Yep, that is all power supply we can pull out. It's patina, yes. Let's see where we're at next. Move the Y belt. So that's sit around. So we got the Y belt, the belt itself, and then the rods. Now part of this Muden upgrade was actually some spacers here. You see that, a printed spacer for the frame. The rods are all the same, but a couple of different printed parts to keep the spacing for things correct, I guess. Hey, John, welcome. Okay, so pulling the Y belt. And it's tensioned, but I don't care. There we go. There wasn't much tension. Ralph, I am in the Sacramento, California area. Okay, so that's off, and then I think I take the whole thing off. What are the main reasons to upgrade Prusa? I know it's not fast as Voron, but still a good workhorse. It is a great workhorse. The big reasons for this upgrade, the biggest reason really is to get the neck extruder with the strain gauge probe, Z homing. I have a Prusa Mark IV, and there is a build series on that from last summer. I have been using it. I use it often. I print PLA and PETG on it mostly, a little bit of TPU. I have not adjusted the Z offset on that once. I haven't touched the Z offset. Not once in all of the prints. And I've not had a failure that I would attribute to first layer. I would attribute it to build plate prep. I've had a failure, but not to the height of the first layer. So, and tap is very close, but it's not the same. You still have to set your Z offset on tap. This you don't. It's all pre-done. It's a 0 offset trigger, basically. Okay, I think these should just come off of here now. Yeah, there we are. Sack of tomatoes, yep. Sacktown, sack of tomato. I'm sure there's other. Found myself using my Mark IV now more than my Mark 3s after the upload time has been fixed. Yeah, that was, the Wi-Fi upload time on the Mark IV was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Is there anything in development for Voron toolheads using the same load cell strain gauge tech? It's always something that's interesting to look into. The problem ends up, you run into and I couldn't speak to the exact issues, but things like consistency in an enclosed environment and the signal processing on those, the very specifics of that I'm not aware or familiar enough with, but it's something that's always been looked at. I don't think there's I don't know. I used to live close to Sack of Tomatoes, but now live north of Edalama. Are you going to build an ERCF V2? It's on the list of interesting projects. It's not at the point of me printing parts and scheduling it. So it looks intriguing. It looks interesting. So I might, but I don't know when. Let's see. What are we supposed to do with this? So just pull that off. Do not remove any parts from the assembly at this time. Okay, I'm glad I didn't. Let's put this off to the side then as an assembly. Pull the tops off. We're gonna, it says to remove that stuff. We've already done that. We can remove the X assembly. Okay. What makes Prusa better than any other printer? I wouldn't say it's better than any other printer. I think it's another option, and I think they could do a at least decent or better than decent job, but I wouldn't say it's better than any other printer. Hey, Shane. Well, let me retract that now. Shane's here, so, and Pooch is here. So this is the absolute best printer that money can buy right now. Welcome, Pooch. Welcome, Shane. Next to standalone with a strain gauge for clipper. That'd be cool. Look at what Pooch did to this printer, Shane. Look at this thing here. Look at this wide carriage. It's going to make me cut down these rods in order so I can use them. Need another split stream, both you and Pooch do an upgrade at the same time. It was mentioned. In Pooch's defense, he mentioned it. Just hard to coordinate. In your defense, you didn't do that? Oh, who did that? Okay, now we can pull this off here. Those rods are hard to cut. I'll use a Dremel with a fiber bit, or the fiber wheel, whatever. It'll be fine. Is there enough room in the Galileo 2 parts for a Big True Tech Stealth Burner 2209 can board? Yes, there is, and I'm using one on one. Okay, so that's off of there. No, it isn't, but it's a damn reliable machine. One you don't have to worry about is going to fail. The machine is just reliable. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, the biggest thing I can say about my Prusa Mark IV is that I've never touched the Z adjustment, Z offset adjustment. Are the Y rods shorter? Maybe they were swapped with the X rods. No, there's printed pieces that are longer there. What's this about no orange parts? Pooch likes his printers murdered out. What extruder mod is on this? It was a Wham Bam Mutant toolhead change mod. Hey Brian, welcome. How do I convince my family I'm gonna do printer builds and get more printers? For reference, I already have 2 Enders and a Bamboo P1S. That's a good question. I just kind of did it, and my wife complained for a little while, and her thing was, where are you gonna put them? And so I made more bench space, and then that stopped that for a little while, and then I got more, and she said, where are you gonna put them? And then I started streaming the builds, and that kind of ended that. X rods are the longest in the Prusa. Yeah, they should be 370 millimeters, I think, and the ones that are on here are 400 millimeters. So I'll have to cut 30 millimeters off of them. Bill, thanks for the gifted memberships. RS Mix, thanks for the gifted memberships. Ooh, I can do the 10 memberships. I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. We hit 300 people here. I'll do 5 of them tonight. We have 287 people in here right now. My Mark IV drives me insane. Self-test failed, but it prints fine. Where does it fail? Because mine, when I built the Mark IV, the little cover, and we'll see it later in the build, there's a cover on the side of the tool head that if that's not seated just right, it'll fail the X travel adjustment part of the self-test. Let's see, am I missing anything? Tuxedo, thanks for the gifted memberships. Where did I? Oh, no. Oh, there we are. I did miss it. Okay. Thanks, Tuxedo. You got in there in between Bill and Ron. Rod or Ron? I've got that mixed up in my head. We're at 293. 7 more and I'll get 5 memberships. You guys have no control over that, but Rod, thank you. Thank you. That's one of those things that I've gotten mixed up in my head and I can't get around it. Oh, I'm gonna go this way. Saw the AMS, so many gifted memberships, and Steve is losing track. It is the end of the day. You're getting evening me instead of morning me, so no guarantees. That cover was also modified and updated recently to make it easier to pass calibration. That's good to know, Shane. I may reprint that for mine. I should have the latest one on here. Is it Sunday morning? Close enough, Leo. Welcome. Your chat window seems hung. Well, it's moving for me now. Hey, we're at 302 people. We're at 302 people. So let's give away 5 of my memberships. I'll give away the other 5 on a Sunday. But let's do a little Happy New Year's. Little Happy New Year's membership gifting on a Tuesday evening for me. First year gifts. There we go. Okay, these guys are gonna get replaced. Hey, Zombie, thanks for the banana sticker. Tuesday evening scotch. One of these Tuesday evenings, we could probably do that. Okay. Realize Prusa released the step files for the Mark IV. Nice. I hadn't even tried to look for them yet. Good luck with the build. See you later. See you, Zombie. Thanks for stopping by. All these upgrades can double your farm by building bears from the parts. There are lots of parts here. Lots of parts. Lots of new members. A Tuesday is a little bit some potential new audience, so don't forget to, if you like what you're seeing, I'll do one of my rare subscribe reminders. No, I don't do that often. Your audio goes between barely audible and ear splitting on the TV. Is that happening to anyone else? Or is it just Apollo's TV? Hey, Nuno. Happy New Year. How are the parts? Audio is fine. Okay. Okay, back to the instructions. We skipped ahead a little bit. Not here on TV and our desktop, same on both. Okay. Not missing. Good. Good, good, good. You're fine. Okay. Oh, let's see. Got those done. Then we're going to remove the... We're almost done pulling the frame apart. Remove the... And then what are we doing here? Peel off the sticker with the serial number of your printer. After the printer upgrade is complete, you will stick the label with the new serial number. Serial number label can be on the back of the rear plate, yada, yada. Okay. And then we're going to disconnect power cables and start disassembling the Y carriage. Had to move from my TV. You were too quiet. I've heard that in a couple of streams, and I'm not sure why, because I haven't changed anything. I want to guess that Pooch got a good discount for those upgrade kits buying in bulk. There's quite a few of them, yeah. Sure, I've seen another upgrade stream, just don't remember. Okay. Wish I wasn't under the weather. I'd drive down and join you. One of these Tuesdays. I mean, you're welcome to. Part of when we get into actually building the rest of it, if you're feeling up to it, we can do that. Absolutely. That would be a blast. I don't know why I'm doing this, because this stepper gets replaced, so I'm not gonna bother with taking that printed part off. Cover here. To be honest, when you look down and talk, the mic obviously picks up better when you look up and mumble. Oh, I'm quiet. Well, I'm quiet when I'm mumbling. Surprise. Is my beard starting to interfere with my mic? New PSU as well. No, it reuses the PSU, and then you have to pay attention to which PSU you have. Whether you have the older silver one or the newer Delta one. When you get the upgrade kit, it's specific to which power supply you have. Future Steve will take it. I will. I'll take the rest of it apart for sure. Beard's natural filtering mechanism. It interferes with the Boron logo. It does on my other shirt. I did reprint the cover. I did print the cover. I printed all the things. Maybe clip the lav on your beard. Your voice is just a bit louder when your head is tilted down while speaking. I don't know if that would work. Find out. I mean, it probably sounds really good right now. And it's not very comfortable. Does it sound good? Clip the lav to my nostril. No, I'm not going that far. Now you got a constant distance from the mic. Let's see. Okay, I think it's saying we're done with this part. So, although I think I'm going to do an additional step here. Does it come with new feet? Because these feet are... Just don't chew on it. Don't snag the mic cable. No kidding. No kidding. Voice in person to me sounded way deeper than on stream. Really? Looks a little strange, but sounds good. It does feel a little strange too, so I think I'm gonna probably lose a few beard hairs in the process. Stereo mode is better. Where are the Haribos? It hasn't told me I can eat any yet. It did come with Haribos. I was glad to see. Okay, this has some printed spacers here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to remove those right now. So I don't have to deal with that later. And yes, George, the frame, this is a used printer. It has seen use. So, and I probably need to get some shorter M5 bolts here too. Those are actually the good Prusa feet. The problem is they're a little loose now. This is a loved printer, or a slave, whatever you want to call it. If it's in a print farm, what is it? Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that. Squeaky. Okay. That is taking too long. Shirt Shack. Charlie's Charlie passed in September. So it's been a little while. Indentured servitude. There we go. For new build guide, you can't build a Prusa without Haribos. This is true. That's okay, Shirt Check. It's been a little bit. You know, we have enough people here. We should be able to hit 300 likes by giveaway time, by filament time. So see, little printed spacers in here that were part of the mod that was on here. This driver is the Hoto, H-O-T-O. If you search on Amazon, you can find them. It's Hoto. It's okay. It's got good torque, but it doesn't have any speed control. Someone asked about that. We are, I'll be doing, on the Tuesday streams, we'll be doing the filament giveaway, the Polymaker filament giveaway at the 2-hour mark. And I think our general goal is going to be to hit 200 likes. We're going to blow that away today. We're an hour in, and we're over 200, so we should hit 300. I had a question about the slab. Is there any reason why the parts can't be printed out of ABS? Shouldn't be. You might have to scale them depending on the part. You might have to experiment and scale them, but there is not any reason. I think Nero printed the Talon Claw out of ABS. I have the DeWalt gyro screwdriver too, and it's pretty good. You don't need to disassemble the frame. You're right, I don't. Except that there was a mod on here that had these printed spacers in here, so I have to replace those. And I need to see, do I have some M5? Do I have any M5 by 10s over here? 5 button heads. So I have some M5 button heads here. To not have to go and get them in the other garage, I'm just going to throw these black oxide ones in here, but I have some stainless steel ones in the other garage. I'm just gonna throw a couple on here just to keep things lined up. No scaling required. The parts include spacers if you need them. Okay. This was the thick boy, yes. So just a couple of these just to keep things in place. Yeah. That shouldn't go in that tight. I think there's some corrosion in there. Because they came out a little rough too. It'll be fine. Is there a go-to probe for mini stealth burner? No, because mini stealth burner is designed to be used for Voron 0. So I would be looking into some of the printers for ants stuff for what probes are being used. It's probably where I'd go. I found the Hodo screwdriver has plastic gears and the high torque can damage them. Really? I may not have used mine enough to wear it out. I use it a good, no, I don't use it a good amount. I use it when you see me use it. Hey, Pathetic Puma, welcome. So just a quick reminder, I know we talked about it a minute ago. Filament giveaway link is in the description and the pin post. So we'll do that at the 2-hour mark, which is 53 minutes from now. Hey, David, welcome. That's not a Voron. You did not click on the wrong channel. You have all this dust. Repcord print farm dust all over the place. I bet that small manual leveling is fine. Have you played with the beacon probe? I have not. I haven't played with any of the eddy current style probes. So there's a Hodo for $230 on Amazon. Wow, that is not the one. It should be about $30. Keep the dust, it's vintage. We should clean your rig before taking it to the shop. We'll dust this off. Let's see where we're at. We're just about, let me put this down and out of the way and grab the Y carriage here. Assembled in sub-assemblies. Some sub-assemblies require even minor surgery. Let's get started. Let's take the Y-axis and release the 2 M3 screws. Remove the belt assembly completely. Remove the carriage holders. And remove the smooth rods. Okay. The cost of Mark IV Pluses are really worth it compared to a Voron Trident 2.4. Depends on your needs. What are your, I mean, and I don't even know. I don't even know where to go with that. How many print hours has that Mark III have? That's a good question. Do you have any idea, Pooch? Do you have any idea number of print hours? X-Tray design I did in OpenSCAD does stack. Nice. Those, that, and then this screw. I imagine the kit comes with new belts. Like I said, we didn't go through the contents of the upgrade box in detail, but I'm pretty sure that stuff is included. It has new belts, yeah. Maybe connect the board to USB and printer face in and do an M503 or so. We can try that. Remind me another stream. Probably not tonight. Okay, and then pull the rods out. This is an old enough Mark 3s to still use the U-bolts here. Print hours somewhere between a metric butt load and a cubic F-ton. That's pretty specific. The U-bolts did suck. I was glad to see those little spring clips on the newer ones. Just feeling on these for any wear, any grooves. Okay, there. Disassemble the Y carriage bearings. Mark III and Mark 3s have U-bolts instead of bearings, clip secured with 2 M3N nuts on the opposite side. So we're going to remove all of those, and then we're going to remove the X-axis, or disassemble the X-axis. U-bolts are easy to over-tighten. Yep, the new setups are good. Since the Mark IV upgrade uses the original frame, what does that do with the Prusa input shaping? That's a good question. Do we have anyone in here, Shane or David or someone that might have an idea? I have no idea. That's a great question though. Since the Mark IV upgrade uses the original frame, the Mark III frame, is there a significant difference in its characteristics to impact input shaper? My guess is it's not going to make a big enough difference to be noticeable. But I think it's a good question. Hey, NERQ. Welcome. Dave. It is a weekday project stream. You're going to see more of these. I got to get caught up. So I'm getting caught up by adding a whole new project. Blame Pooch. Blame Pooch and his print farm dust that's all over my table. Sounds about right, yeah. See, there's a project you don't have to find a final resting place for. That is gold. That is gold. When I'm done with this, it goes away. I get all the fun of building without the challenge of finding a spot for it. Ken, yes, it is a good idea. I will be cleaning all the bearings that aren't replacing. The new frame is sexier than the old one, but I don't know the full extent of input shaper. I don't expect it to be a huge factor. I wouldn't either. So maybe do more giveaways then. It's printer fertilizer. Nice. In my experience, there's not a significant difference. The metal box addition to the left side does more to add rigidity than the thicker die-cast frame. Cool. You can build printers and donate them to Burke. Find one of those bed supports. One of these bed supports? I might be able to take care of you, Dave. I might be able to take care of you. So we can chat later. Let's see. Disassembling the X-axis, removing the pulley. Pull that out of there. This side out. And then we'll recover those bearings. And then for new users of the black, how to replace the silver with the black. And I think that's kind of there. And then we can eat some gummies. No, it says hold on. We can't do gummies yet after we're done unbuilding. It says hold on. Okay, Let's pull this thing out. Let's go here. You need the frog carriage, no gummies until rebuilding. Darn it. I'm going to release any belt tension here. There we go. You're aware that people wonder where the Haribo part is. Route that out. I think this is gonna pull these out of here. The belt out. There, I don't have any Haribo, but I do have some Albanese. Where were we? Pull the X motor, slide the extruder assembly. Okay, then we're gonna recover these bearings. So that's pretty much it. Just pull this guy off the end. I don't think we reuse any of this because it's 10mm Z rods instead of 8mm, and it came with new palm nuts, so I'm not gonna bother taking that apart. To build with Maltesers or M&Ms. Haribo are nasty. I like my gummy bears. That out. And then here's the thing here. These are 400mm long. I think my thing is over there, but I'll cut these down in between. We got 45 minutes left today. And we'll do some good cleaning. Make sure there aren't any grooves in these. If the bearings are better, you may want to use those bearings in the traps. That's a good call, Ken. That's a good call because the Z bearings here are gonna see less use than these X bearings, but they're the same size. So I can pull these out, clean them all, and pick and choose the best of them. That's a good call. Okay, then I think these just come sliding over here. They are dirty. So I'm not pushing into the seal, I'm pushing on the metal part of those. Oh, I'll go back. I'll go the other way. Turning like Mainsail tells me my clipper folder is. That's funny. And then I don't think we do anything else with this. So this is that mutant toolhead thing. Cool. Can go away. Verte is Italian. It's a mutant. Okay, I think we are good. What do we do with this? Heat bed assembly. We got 370mm rods and 330mm rods, and then some LM8UU bearings that I'll clean in between streams. They get extra dirty when you mount your printers upside down on the ceiling like Pooch. I thought that helped. You don't get dust collection. So we should mount all our printers upside down. Retain the power cord to the PSU, flexible steel sheets. Oh, power cord to the PSU. Okay. I may need, unless they're talking about the other, but I may need to grab these. Dirt falls downward. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pathetic Puma, thanks for the gift of memberships. I need some of the clipper features from the latest firmware. Flash required upgrade. I'm dreading flashing all my boards again. Grabbing a beer post stream and gonna do it. Good luck. Strange Parts on YouTube has a great video on the Prusa factory. I saw that. I haven't seen the video yet, though. Wall plug? Oh. As pictured. I should actually look at the pictures. My Roseworks bed would fall out of my 2.4 if mounted upside down. Yeah, my Trident would do the same. Okay, we are going to remove the heat bed cable cover. If you received a new heat bed assembly with your upgrade kit, skip these steps. We did not. This part may vary slightly with the design of the cover. Remove the cover, release the screws fixing the heat bed power cable and remove the cables. And it looks like remove the heat bed thermistor as well. And we have new stuff. So let's grab heat bed. Some nuts to hold in place. Can't wait till he releases the long cut. So much more good footage was shot that didn't make the main cut. Cool. I heard beer doesn't mean it's Rose o'clock. Sounds like it. What's your tasty beverage of choice, Star Rose? Okay, so that should come apart. We don't need that because I know I printed new ones of that. Main cables. Oh, I heard rosé. Given 3 hours to get ready for work. Ah. Well, thanks for being here, George. Is it tasty beverage time? I might have a occasional tasty beverage on a Tuesday night stream. I'm not opposed to that. But I'm not prepared for that tonight. It is raining out there pretty good. Which sucks because I don't want it to rain for a couple of weeks. Rosé wine or ginger ale or coffee. There you go. There's zombie dust in the fridge. Good night, George. Hey, sir guy. No coffee and no... Yeah, I know. I do have some, it's soda. I mean, Diet Dr. Pepper. Which key is that for nuts? So I use this. This is from my RC hobby days. Come on, focus. It is a J Concepts. It's a little custom tool, and it's meant for the wheel nuts on RC cars. There's a 7mm side and a 5.5mm side. It's really cool, but I have no idea where to tell you to be able to get one of these. Pepper is as nasty as Haribo. They are for wheel hexes, Randy. Yep. Would whiskey make the Diet Dr. Pepper tastier? Maybe. Okay. Capped on tape. Bye-bye. Yeah, peeled well. Unfortunately, you don't have Aaron bringing you snacks and beverages like Modbot does. I know. Daniel is lucky. My wife's at work, so I wouldn't have that choice anyway. I'm not gonna. I want that to stay because that could be useful later. Will there ever be a Steve Builds After Dark? You know, you're never going to get a proper, you're not often gonna get a proper rant from me. I'm just gonna say that. There's a couple of things that grind my gears, but I have a hard time ranting. Process is a bit confusing. Just upgraded my Mark 3s to Mark 4. Is it? Oh, I don't know why. Is anybody here, did the thermistor change, or is it wire length? Oh, it's connector. Is it just the connector is why we did this? Probably. I think it's the connector. Oh, I know you can rant all day long, Pooch. Do I have any? Yeah, there's a big top. I want to clean this off while I've got it here. Adhesive residue off of there. Whereas I can't see you fussy. The fussiest is your attention to detail. There we go. There are folks out there who are great at ranting, and I actually enjoy listening to some of them, but I'm just not good at it. Always makes me laugh that the land of automatic transmissions where the phrase grind my gears is commonly used. I know. I'm frustrated because we're considering, on the very early stages of considering getting a new vehicle. And I am fortunate enough that my wife, as well as me, prefers a manual transmission car. So trying to find something for her that will fit the criteria, including a manual transmission, is tough in this modern US automatic environment. When you put the aluminum and Kapton on, don't block that little hole. Yeah, that little hole right there is for one of the bed mounting. And you want to make sure you don't get close to it because you want the spacer to go down and not get pushed off too. Just move over to Europe. I mean, my truck is an automatic, but I bought it used. I got a super deal on it. It's not like I won't own an automatic, but if we're gonna go get something, she would prefer it. Stream time zones would be better for us then. Most Hondas are CVT, no manual or nothing. It's not manual or nothing, but I do have a preference. I drive an STI. My main car is an STI. My wife's car is a Mazda 3 with a 6-speed. And then my truck's an automatic. It's a Nissan Frontier, but it's old. It's 2001. Yeah. Okay. So, and then are we going to actually put this one on? Oh, I got to go find it then. Is that what we're at? Are we... Okay. I guess I'll find it in the parts. We still have half an hour at least. Let's do this. Which upgrade box is it in? Does it say which upgrade box it's in? No. So we gotta find it. So a friend in Wales tells me over there, you have to have an extra test on our license to drive a manual? Really? Three cars, and who gets the garages? The printers, exactly. Yeah, with all, there are not many or any anymore hybrids with a manual, and electrics for sure. I heard the best quote on the radio: having a sports car and not shifting gears is like kissing your sister. Let's see if box 1 has the early use bits and pieces. We got X-axis and X-carriage. Does anybody know what box this is going to be in? Bed thermistor is what we're looking for. Hey, John. Welcome. Happy New Year. Let's see here. Next extruders. Oh, there it is. Found it. It'll be in the last box you look in. Well, I made a guess that there would be some organization and box 1 of 2 would have it instead of box 2 of 2, and I was right. This is a different thermistor. So it's a little capped on enclosed thermistor instead of, can I get, oh there, yeah, there we go. This one is the new one. A little glass bead, and that's probably a very small glass bead in there, or maybe it's just enclosed and capped on. Hey, smoking pipe. Just did this part on stream. We did. We just did. This is a new time slot for me. Yep. So the idea is I have a lot of projects I need to get to, and this adding a stream will let me get more done. So to start it off, I added a new project. I've never driven a manual car, Daniel? Really? Any plans for the board that gets replaced in the upgrade? Y'all have to ask Pooch. So this is Pooch's printer, and he will know what is happening with all the spare parts. Okay, the thermistor end is magnetic, so I'll fight that here in a second. In the UK, everyone learns manual, otherwise you're only licensed to drive automatic. Dude, the traffic was so bad on the freeway growing up in SoCal, it never seemed appealing. I get it, for sure, but still. What cars up to my current one were manual? Didn't you just spend the last couple of days with him? Okay, let's see here. Pay attention to the yellow capped on tape tends to curl up and you won't be able to restore its initial shape. Yep, we found that out last time. After you have removed the thermistor and the tape, clean the entire board to remove any grease. We did that. You can leave the glue, which was under the aluminum tape. We cleaned that off too. Tip of the thermistor must be in the circle. If you miss this spot, the printer will read incorrect temperature values. Hey, Sean. Take the silver aluminum tape, but only in the center of the thermistor inside the circle strip. We need to double check the correct position. Okay. Peel or bend the tape slightly to reveal the tip of the thermistor. Maintain the thermistor position and cover it with aluminum tape. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's not as bad as that makes it seem. It does say no, it doesn't say anything about thermal paste. It is a very thin thermistor. I imagine that the tape is going to hold that down pretty well. I think it might be one of those things where technically it's probably better to put thermal tape or thermal paste on there, but it's fine and it's tested to work. Where are we at? Last manual notes 2000 silica, CNC maker. What did CNC maker say? Oh, too far back to scroll. They don't give thermal paste, but I use some. The Kapton undoes any benefit of paste. I'm going to drive nobody. Okay. Let me get this. If you bend the corner in and then use your fingernail to pull it back, you usually get these stickers off. There we go. Wednesday. It's Tuesday. It is the thinnest thermistor I've seen too. If you have tape, I wouldn't use paste. It would interfere with the tape. Not the tiny little bit that you'd put there. The tiny little bit you'd put there would be fine. All right, let's do this so you're not looking at the back of my head. There we go. Maybe the back of my arm instead. That doesn't really work. There. Okay, so that is going to go right like that. Put that right in the middle. I'm making sure that I don't. Yep, I'm right there. Making sure that I don't get the tape too close to the center hole, because one of these spacers has to go over here. And if this was up on the edge of that tape, it would offset the bed right there. So I'm just kind of push this down with the back of my fingernail. And I'm going to make sure that it's nice and tight around that thermistor, so it's pushing it down well. The thermistor, thinnester you've seen, yes. Measuring the temperature of fiberglass doesn't benefit from paste. The new model workshop, I've seen a few conversions, but usually those are the... Is this the latest Prusa bed? For some reason I thought they switched to embedded thermistors. I don't think so. And this is not. This is a Mark 3S. This is a fairly older Mark 3S that we're using as the basis here. So, but I don't think the one was embedded even on my Mark 4 kit. And this is foil. And then on top of this goes some Kapton tape, which we're going to put right there, probably right on the edge of this, because we still don't want to hit that spacer. So we're going to go on the edge here and move this way and tape that down probably like that. We'll see what the instructions say. Everyone to Prusa. I've had a few. I bought 2 Mark 3s. I bought a Mark 3 and then I bought a Mark 3 right before the Mark 3S came out. It was that January when they came out, and I got the upgrade. I bought it as a Mark 3, but it got upgraded to a Mark 3S before it shipped. Then I sold that one to a friend of mine when I built up my Voron collection. And I still have my original Mark III. It's just a bare upgrade now. Okay, so this goes here. Now it's time to apply the yellow Kapton tape. Don't peel off the entire tape. It will curl off. Make sure the Kapton tape does not overlap any screw holes in the heat bed. Continue with gluing the tape and stop for a second above the area with the thermistor. Pay attention to sticking the tape everywhere. It goes up there. Finish gluing the tape to the heat bed. Double check the entire surface is properly connected. Your foil tape is beautiful, even nicer than the reference pics. It should be. It should line up with the spline of the letter E in the top of the do not text. It's not on here perfectly straight either. I mean, I gotta admit, it's not perfect. because they're good for strain relief. I can only afford one more printer at the moment, so I'm working towards a Trident. That, I will not complain about that one bit. How far apart are the probe back? Oh, I'm talking about that. Okay, so we are going to put this on, and we are going to kind of, maybe I can put this under here to kind of aim towards the back there, like that. Figure out which side the tape is actually on because the stuff is so thin. There it is. So got it to stick on itself, so I'm unsticking it. Let's see how I want to do this. And you're gonna just have to deal with the back of my head. I'm gonna make sure those goes on pretty well. Fold over there. Oh well. It will be functional. Okay. All on. You can cancel your Steve Builds membership because he gets a big cut of the furniture sale. All the $0 that we get kicked back, I get a big cut of that. I get at least 50% of the $0 that we get back. Your head looks better on cam than the constant refocusing the cam did with the taco hat. Oh. You could use a razor to cut the bit off the screw hole. I'd really prefer not to take a razor anywhere near the... I would not suggest anybody take a razor anywhere near this because this is a PCB bed. The bottom is not, though. It's all the top, so never mind. The bottom doesn't matter, but I'd still not do it. The bottom is not. It's the top. I'd still not do it. It is a big piece of Kapton. The one we did on, was it this Sunday that we did that? It was 2 pieces of Kapton. Okay, and that goes over there. This is Jean's edition. Jean's edition? Jean's? Sean? Jean's? Okay. I think part of the bottom is the traces are reflecting in the Kapton tape. Okay. M3, for the following step, please grab these. And this is for what? Oh, is this for the electronics box now? Let's see what we have. We need some parts. And we are going to be doing some M3 T-nuts, basically, with some cable clips. And let's putting those in. And then... Okay. I'm not going to do some of this. We're not there, but I'll find these nuts. I think let's mount to the new electronics case, yeah. But I have to go through here and identify where those are. Oh, hey, I didn't have to print that. What did they print the... Is that printed in ASA? The cooling duct? I bet you it is. That's why it's included. I bet you it is. I bet you that's why it's included. Sean, this is the full Mark IV. Yeah. This is not the 3.5 or 3.9. It's the full Mark IV upgrade. It's ASA. Yeah. Well, I'll be able to, well, let's do it right now, because why not? Let's see if we can tell the difference between this one and mine. So what do we have here? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This is the one I printed. Did I leave it out? Oh, there it is. I mean, mine's Galaxy Black, so it's definitely better in that case. But I'd say that's pretty equivalent print quality. I think Sparkles definitely wins. But I wouldn't complain about that one. Does ASA have the same smell as ABS? It varies. The very worst smelling filament I've printed with was ASA. I think they're in here. But I've had stinky filament in both materials. Okay, 2 of these. Let's put these over here. Sparkles adds 5K to max Excel. Yep. Yep. Those values are in your printer config in the pro. Oh, you're talking, helping someone else. Thank you. I'm thinking about Galaxy Red for the V0 build. Nice. So this would have to be this side. So while we're here, just because I want to, where is it? Let's do some quick wiping off of extrusions if we're going to start putting stuff in them. Actually, I'm going to grab the... Another random question, does new fully sealed ASA need to be dried before printing? It's going to vary. I would not assume that freshly or new sealed ASA or PETG or anything is going to print well without drying. It might, and you're just going to have to try to see what your print quality is looking like. I've had new sealed PETG mostly need some significant drying. I don't have compressed air readily available for this, Ken. That would be preferable for sure. Look at that. You. Back from dinner. Hey, Engineering Chaos. We have basically completed the unbuilding, and now we are moving on to the upgrading. Do you know if your bed and nozzle temps you use for that ASA off the top of your head? Which usually, my typical ASA print temperatures are 260 on the nozzle and 110 on the bed. But that's might vary a little bit depending on if I feel a particular filament needs something different. 300 watching. Are we gonna hit? We have, oh, we only have 10 minutes to hit 300 likes. Can we do it? I own natural compressed air. We need to hit 300 likes. Come on, people. 60 likes in 10 minutes. We've done more than that before. Does ASA print hotter than ABS? I usually print ASA about 10 degrees hotter than ABS. Beard brush. We only need 23 now? We could do it. We can do it. These two in here. YouTube does a terrible job of refreshing the likes for you when you're watching. You might have to refresh the page if you want to see an updated number. Spit on a napkin to wash it like grandma used to do with us kids' faces. That's just spit on, lick your thumb. That's what I got. Grab the girlfriend's phone to give a like. Nice. Had to refresh. Oh, we only have 7 left. We'll do it. Awesome. That's pretty incredible. That's pretty incredible. Okay, use this method for both. Oh, I needed to find those. Let me find those clips. How you refresh and YouTube decides, oh, 480p is good enough. Yes. Yes. I find so many times when I leave a stream running, I come back to it later and it's still running. If someone's still running, it's moved me down to 480p and I don't know why. Only 2 more? 2 more in 7 minutes. Okay, here we are. So this is labeled as frame assembly. So I think I'll leave that bag out. Let's grab some of these. No, you proposed on New Year's? Congratulations. Congratulations. 301. Perfect. I still see a 2, but mine sometimes takes a minute to refresh. We lost one. You got to hit it an odd number of times. If you hit an even number of times, then that's why we lose one. I proposed to my wife on Christmas morning. I was young and cheesy. There's a 3. There's a 3. Not bad for a first Tuesday stream to hit 300 plus people. That's incredible. Your husband proposed to you on your birthday? Okay. I proposed at a baseball game on the Jumbotron. Mine was tax day. Hey, Collie. One of these days I'm going to propose to my wife. Well, was it while playing Last Christmas by George Michael? No, it was right as we were heading out because we never spend Christmas at home. We always drive up to Red Bluff. Yeah. Well, I guess we get married. Here you go. 9/11 in 2017. We got married. So you said 9/11 2017. We got married in September 21st, 2002. So we were in the early extra airline scrutiny travel. I flipped it around and reminded her that she asked me and I asked her where my ring is. Nice. VIP area of Amnesia nightclub. And how do you say that? Ibiza? Ibiza? Because the ring fell out of the hotel before the show. Nice. 4 more minutes. Okay, well, let me put some of these in. Where do all these guys go? Flip this around over here, and let's move the feet where they're supposed to go, because I don't know that we have nice new feet somewhere. How many of these do we have? Take one of the cable clips and place the other end of the clip. Okay, we have 3 of them on this side. Steve Bills, not to be rude, but the picture from the UK, your wife looks more than 51 weeks younger than you. No kidding, huh? I'm a lucky man, right? she gets a little annoyed, but I think it's great. Maybe she laughed at first because she thought I was joking around. Ibiza. Okay, thank you. Hey, Mad Cat. I'm up and around a little. Steve was less than 3 years old when I got married. His grandparents' wedding anniversary. I proposed on a rooftop while watching the fireworks. Nice. I met my wife. Well, I knew my wife because we grew up a mile from each other, and went to the same schools. All that. We went to the doing this right. We went to the homecoming dance my senior year, her junior year. It was our first oops, well, that sucks. Was our first date. And we've been together ever since. Have you run much flexibles through G2E? I have not. Ooh, I'm sorry, Mad Cat. Messed up my back really bad last Saturday. I can't feel anything from shin down. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, why did that one... It should go in there. Yeah. And one more. We're right about getting close. My wife and I were 2 grades apart in high school and had several communal friends we met and started dating 15 years later. Nice. If you rare these days. Yeah. I give 50 sheets to your wife. Or my wife to her father. Are we at Haribo's yet? We gotta... When do we get Haribo's? Please don't open the bag yet. Really? We don't get Haribo's tonight, it looks like. I'm not kidding. Nice. I'm not a fan of those cable clips. They snap in. I mean, they're fine. They are interesting to snap in. Prusa is mean. Yes, no Haribo's tonight. Printing some black sparkle PLA. Surface looks like carbon fiber glass filled. Can't be good for my brass nozzle. It depends on what the sparkle is. It's probably fine if it's just sparkle PLA. I have a coworker that when you ask how long he's been with his wife, he says since the 3rd grade. At least we have a giveaway now. We do. It's 7 o'clock. We have a giveaway. We are hitting parts. So before we do that, we are hitting parts in the instructions here that this is a good point to stop because I'm not really prepared to hit all of these. This piece is printed, but the front is not, and I need to do that. Now, Pooch is not gonna actually use the display on here or at all, but I'm gonna print it anyway. no matter what. I don't remember what the story was on the display, that I didn't need to do the display or something. But I'm going to do it anyway. But I need to cut those rods down, and I want to print the display pieces so we can do all of that and get on to this next stage. So this is probably a good stopping point. So we are going to do a giveaway, filament giveaway from Polymaker. Hey BBs, let me catch up on chat real quick. And while we're doing this, we're going to start my official, this is my 3 seconds countdown right now. So 3, and now we're going to pause and talk in chat and get caught up in chat, but pin post or the description. So I've started the countdown. I like the new cable clips over the, yes, absolutely, John. These cable clips are way better than stuffing the cables in the extrusion slots. You get your Haribo when you earn them. I haven't earned them today. You're saying I haven't earned them? I think we have 314 people that would say otherwise. Oh, I lost the spot. Oh well, I'm gonna have to just skip that. If you said something cool, say it again. Hey Johnny Boy Tech. Is that the extra long Prusa gummy bear wait time? Oh, we're still on countdown, huh? We got 3. We've counted down 3. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of responses here. So you got to build, not unbuild, to earn them. Okay, fine. Refrigerator. I like the cable clips. They're near them using the extrusion. Yeah. Okay, so pin post, description, Polymaker filament giveaway. You have 3 seconds, well, 2 seconds from now to enter. I close it when I haven't had a new response in that 3 seconds that started 3 minutes ago. Hey Ram. So we had a new response, so now I get to restart it. 3, 2, 1.5. Oh, there was a new one. We got to get one more. So, oh, there it is. There's the one more. So 3. Oh, there's a new one. 3. There's 2 new ones. 3, 2, 1.5, 1. Oh, no, 2 more got in there. You guys are playing now. 3, 2. Oh, there's one. 3, 2, 1. Done. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what do we got? Let's link it. Create. And this is good timing because my wife just pulled up off of work. So, okay. So Steven Mikado, you got the first one in. Who got in at the very last second? Oops. Click the right button. Okay, so who got in at the very last second? MTB Sam, you got the very last entry. Who of my regulars was in there in the last few? To be honest, the last 8 have new people, new names. So I don't feel bad. 8 names I don't necessarily recognize right off got in there that wouldn't have otherwise. Okay, wheel of names. Let me paste these in here. So his wife might have left work 3 hours ago and been in traffic since then. 2024. Why is that not pasting? Oh, it's still working on it. Why is it still working? No, I was in the results page. Dirt. There we go. That is Charlie. Yep. I'm not usually able to make your streams live, and you caught me off guard when you said 3 seconds. Oh. That is my little thing. It's gonna enter, but then I decided to try to get in before it ended just to race. Okay, so it is 2024 now, so we got to do a number between 0 and 24. 1 and 24. Number between 1 and 24. In the chat, that'll be the number of times I shuffle it. Got to be here to win. If you're new, if your name is drawn, then you have to say something in chat to prove that you're here. If there's any question, that little number that I ask you for in the form, that's what I'll ask to verify, for verification. So what do we have here? I'm seeing 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and spin. No Polar Ted Awards. That's right. Hedgehog Makes forgot to enter. Nicholas Clark, are you here? Congratulations. If you are in the US or Canada, you get a coupon to the US or Canada Polymaker stores. If you're outside the US or Canada, you get a link to basically pick a roll from a list that'll get sent to you. What if we both put 69? That's on you. Okay, Nicholas Clark. I wasn't checking. Are they here? Are you here? Let me see. They're here. Awesome. Congratulations. Perfect. No Polar Ted Club members to start the new year. Let me copy this before I forget. You and Sunday's winner will hear from me in the next day or two. Everything looks good. Yeah. Congratulations, Nicholas. You will hear from me. You'll get an email from me. So. And I click remove to get rid of him. Let me unpin the link. Doesn't really matter because we're going to call it. But this was a good Tuesday stream. And I think the time is going to be good. Keeping these shorter, it means we'll do more of them per project, depending on the project. But it also doesn't impact my ability to do other things. Pesliz, welcome. It was not good. You're right. It could have been great if I had gummies. As it is, it was good. Okay, everybody. Happy New Year. Thanks for being here. This was awesome. We will be continuing. Here, let's do this. We will be continuing the this Prusa upgrade. It's a Mark 3s to Mark 4 upgrade build next Tuesday. Otherwise, on Sunday, we'll continue the switchwire build. So, yes, and the Phoenix sits there. Actually, I have other things over here, so I haven't pushed it out of the way anyway. So, have a good rest of your week. Pooch, if you can make it down here one of these Tuesdays, that would be awesome. Otherwise, hope to keep seeing you in here. Thanks for everybody that is able to catch me live now that doesn't normally because of the time slot. And apologies to those that normally catch me live that can't because of the time slot. So take care, everyone. We'll see you next stream.